Alice's Strange Adventure. A boring afternoon. One warm afternoon, Alice sat beneath a tree with her sister. Her sister was reading a book, but Alice felt bored. This book has no pictures or conversations. How dull, she thought. She gazed around, wishing for something exciting to happen. Then, suddenly, she spotted a white rabbit with pink eyes. The rabbit was dressed in a coat and holding a golden watch. "Oh dear, I'm late," the rabbit exclaimed and ran quickly. Alice was astonished. A rabbit that talks and wears clothes, she wondered. She swiftly stood up and chased after him. The rabbit hole. The rabbit hurried into a large hole beneath a tree. Without hesitation, Alice leaped in. She fell and fell for a long time. The walls of the hole were lined with books, pictures, and cupboards. "How peculiar," Alice said. She picked up a book, but when she opened it, there were no words inside. After some time, she landed gently on the ground. She looked around, but the rabbit had vanished. The locked doors. Alice found herself in a long corridor filled with many doors. She attempted to open them, but they were all locked. "How will I get out?" she wondered. Then, she noticed a small glass table in the center of the room. On it lay a golden key. Alice picked up the key and tried it in every door. "Oh no, the key is too small for these big doors," she said, disappointed. Then, she spotted a tiny door behind a curtain. She tried the key, and it fit. She opened the door and saw a magnificent garden with lush trees, vibrant flowers, and a gentle stream. "How marvelous! I want to go inside," Alice said, but the door was too tiny for her to pass through. She looked around and noticed a small bottle on the table. It had a label that read, "Drink me." Growing small and growing tall. Alice was a cautious girl. Perhaps it is dangerous, she thought, but she took a tiny sip. It tastes like chocolate and orange juice," she said. She drank a little more. Suddenly, she began shrinking smaller and smaller. "Oh, now I can fit through the door," she exclaimed joyfully. But then she realized something. The key was still on the table, and now she was too tiny to reach it. She sat down and wept. After a moment, she saw a little cake with the words, "Eat me," written on it. Perhaps this will help, Alice thought. She took a tiny bite. Whoosh! She grew taller and taller until her head touched the ceiling. "Oh no, now I'm too big," Alice said. She could reach the key, but now she could not fit through the small door. She cried again, and her large tears fell onto the floor. Soon, there was a vast pool of water around her. Swimming in the pool of tears, Alice was now floating in the water. She noticed something swimming nearby. It was a mouse. "Oh, perhaps he knows the way out," Alice thought. "Hello, mouse. Do you know the way out of this pool?" Alice asked. The mouse looked at Alice but remained silent. Alice remembered her French lessons. Perhaps this mouse speaks French, she thought. "Où est mon chat?" she said. This means, "Where is my cat?" in French. The mouse leaped in fright and swam away swiftly. "Oh no, I frightened him," Alice said. She swam and swam until she reached dry land, meeting the white rabbit again. Just then, Alice saw the white rabbit once more. "Oh dear, I'm late," the rabbit exclaimed and dashed past her. Alice wanted to ask for help, but the rabbit disappeared once more. She saw a small house and stepped inside. There she found another bottle. She took a sip, and suddenly she grew very large again. She became so big that her arms and legs stuck out of the windows. The white rabbit returned and saw Alice inside the house. "Oh no, a giant is in my house," he cried. Alice quickly ate a small cookie from the table, and this time, she shrank again. She hurried out of the house and into the forest. The caterpillar and the magic mushroom. In the forest, Alice noticed a large mushroom. Sitting atop it was a blue caterpillar, smoking a pipe. "Who are you?" the caterpillar inquired. Alice explained her predicament. "I don't know who I am anymore. I keep changing size," she said. The caterpillar grinned and said, "One side of this mushroom will make you smaller. The other side will make you larger." Alice broke off 2 pieces. She took a tiny bite from one side. Whoosh! She shrank very small. She quickly nibbled from the other side, and soon she was her normal size again. Alice was delighted. "Now I can find my way home," she said. The Queen of Hearts. Alice strolled through the forest and eventually found the tiny door once again. This time, she used the golden key, ate a small piece of mushroom, and stepped into the magnificent garden. There, she encountered a group of playing cards. They were painting white roses red. "Why are you painting the roses?" Alice asked. The Queen of Hearts only loves red roses. If she sees white roses, she will say, "Off with your head," one of them whispered. Just then, the Queen of Hearts arrived. "Who is this girl?" the Queen bellowed. Alice stood up straight and said, "My name is Alice, Your Majesty." "Can you play croquet?" the Queen inquired. "Yes, I can," Alice replied. The Queen beamed and said, "Then let's play." Alice wakes up. Just as the game started, Alice felt incredibly sleepy. She closed her eyes for a moment, and when she opened them again, she was back beneath the tree with her sister. "Oh, it was all a dream," Alice exclaimed. She glanced around. No white rabbit, no tiny doors, no magic mushrooms. "But what a peculiar and marvelous dream it was," she said, smiling. Moral of the story: curiosity brings adventure, but be cautious with what you eat and drink. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing adventures. Alice in Wonderland, fairy tale, adventure, storytime, magic.